Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we reveal some of the most valuable coins in the world, coins that collectors and investors are willing to pay thousands or even millions for. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, just a small, unassuming piece of copper that most people pass over every day. Now, what if I told you that this very coin, a 1941 no-mint mark wheat penny, could be worth nearly $876,000 today? Yes, almost $1 million resting between your fingers, a fortune hiding in plain sight. And yet, most people would throw it into a jar with the spare change, unaware that they are sitting on a piece of history that collectors are desperate to own. You might be thinking, surely, this sounds too good to be true, but here's the reality. Errors in coins, rare mintings, and those no-mint mark anomalies have created some of the most astonishing treasures in the world of numismatics. And the 1941 no-mint mark wheat penny isn't just rare, it's iconic. But why is it so valuable, and how can you know if you might already possess one? That's exactly what we're about to explore. But first, let me ask you this. When was the last time something you found in your pocket or drawer could literally change your life overnight? Feels exciting, right? That's exactly the thrill collectors feel every time a rare penny surfaces. Let's rewind to 1941. The world was on the brink of monumental change. In the United States, pennies clinked through registers and pockets alike, ordinary and abundant, or so it seemed. Yet, among the millions of coins minted, a rare few slipped through the cracks. No mint mark, a subtle difference in the die, an imperfection that would eventually turn into gold, figuratively and literally. Now, here's where it gets fascinating. Coin errors occur when the minting process doesn't go exactly as planned. Sometimes a die strikes incorrectly, sometimes a planchet is flawed. These are mistakes most would consider useless at the time, but for collectors, they are priceless opportunities. The 1941 no-mint mark wheat penny is exactly this. A small imperfection that transformed into a masterpiece of rarity. And here's the kicker. You could literally have one and not even realize it. That drawer full of coins, that old jar in your attic, could hold a piece of history valued at $876,000. Can you imagine explaining that to your grandchildren? Oh, this old penny? Worth nearly $1 million now. They'd think you're joking, or perhaps even call you lucky. But it's more than luck. It's knowledge. It's understanding the hidden patterns of value in everyday objects. Humor me for a moment. How many of us have checked our couches for spare change and found a lint ball? Imagine swapping that lint ball for a coin that could finance your dream lifestyle. Suddenly, searching under cushions isn't so mundane anymore. Here's why this matters to you, the viewer. If you have old coins tucked away, now is not the time to wait. The market for rare coins has exploded, fueled by collectors, investors, and even museums willing to pay top dollar. That 1941 no-mint mark wheat penny isn't just a piece of copper. It's a golden key to wealth, legacy, and financial freedom. And make no mistake, these coins don't sit on shelves for long. Once a rare penny surfaces, bids skyrocket. People pay extraordinary amounts for the opportunity to own a tangible piece of history. Now, imagine walking into an auction and placing a bid on this coin. Heart racing, palms sweating, because you know the value, you understand the rarity, and you are ready to claim what's rightfully yours. That is the excitement of the coin world. And yes, fear plays a role too. Fear of missing out. Fear that someone else might cash in before you even discover what's in your own home. But here's the empowering truth. Opportunity favors the prepared. By knowing what to look for, by understanding the subtle details that make a 1941 no-mint mark wheat penny so extraordinary, you can turn ordinary pennies into life-changing wealth. This isn't fiction. It's real. And millions of dollars are waiting for the keen-eyed, the knowledgeable, and the courageous. So take a moment today. Look in that jar, sift through that collection, and ask yourself, could your next coin be the one that changes everything? The world of rare coins is not just about money. It's about history, passion, and the thrill of discovery. And the 1941 no-mint mark wheat penny is the perfect symbol of all three. In the end, wealth isn't always about what you earn. It's about what you find, recognize, and seize. That small, seemingly insignificant penny could represent the beginning of a new chapter, one where financial freedom, excitement, and prestige are literally in your hands. So, don't let it slip by. Look closely, act decisively, and embrace the possibility that your fortune may be hiding where you least expect it, right under your nose. Because in the world of rare coins, knowledge transforms copper into gold. And the 1941 no-mint mark wheat penny is the crown jewel waiting to crown the next lucky collector. Could it be you? Only one way to find out. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could instantly transform your life. A coin so rare, so coveted by collectors and investors alike, that its value has skyrocketed to nearly $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $999,000 for a single wheat penny. But here's the kicker. Most people have no idea it's sitting quietly in their drawer. What if that ordinary coin in your change is actually a treasure waiting to be discovered? Before you dismiss it as just another penny, listen closely, because what I'm about to reveal could change your financial future forever. In the quiet year of 1944, the United States was deep in the midst of World War II, and everyday Americans were focused on survival, not coin collecting. The humble 1-cent wheat penny circulated everywhere, jingling in pockets, collecting dust in jars, and fueling the small joys of daily life. But amidst these ordinary pennies, a rare mistake occurred, the no-mint mark 1944 penny, an unintentional error that turned it from pocket change into a modern-day treasure. Now, what makes this coin extraordinary isn't just its age. It's a perfect storm of rarity, historical significance, and sheer collector obsession. Imagine a world where a small oversight by the U.S. Mint created a golden opportunity for anyone savvy enough to recognize it. And here's where your curiosity pays off. Most people overlook coins in their jars because they think it's just a penny. Funny, isn't it? The very thing we treat as trivial could be worth more than a luxury car. Let's get real for a moment. The market for rare coins is not for the timid. Every collector, every investor, is hunting for the next hidden gem, and the 1944 no-mint mark penny is at the pinnacle. Why? Because it's so rare that only a few pristine examples exist. When one does surface, it causes a frenzy. Auctions where bidders fight tooth and nail, willing to pay unimaginable sums. And here's a little insider secret. The condition of the coin matters more than you might think. A penny in average condition might still fetch tens of thousands, but one in mint state, suddenly you're talking six-figure, almost seven-figure territory. It's a classic David versus Goliath story. A tiny coin, dwarfed by the world, suddenly wielding immense power over wealth and status. Now, let me ask you, when was the last time you carefully examined your coin jar? Could the next life-changing discovery be sitting right under your nose? It's not just a thought exercise. People are finding fortunes in the most unlikely places. And if you've ever joked about your old pennies, now is the time to take those jokes seriously. Think about it. You've been stepping on pennies for decades, literally ignoring small fortunes. Maybe it's karma. Pennies finally fighting back, saying, "Hey, look at me. I'm priceless." So what do you do if you stumble upon a 1944 no-mint mark penny? First, don't panic, handle it with care. The last thing you want is to damage an item that could be worth nearly $1 million. Next, authenticate it through a professional service. In the world of rare coins, credibility is everything. Once verified, you enter a market hungry for rarity. Collectors, investors, and museums are all competing for pieces like this. The truth is, opportunities like this don't come often. For most, it's a once-in-a-lifetime chance. That's why every moment counts. The difference between a forgotten penny and a life-altering asset is simply awareness. And now that you're aware, you have the edge. You have the knowledge to spot treasures hidden in plain sight. So, as you check your old jars, drawers, or even forgotten coin collections, remember this. One small coin could be your key to a luxurious, financially free life. It's not just a piece of metal. It's history, investment, and possibility all rolled into one. Your future might be just one penny away if you want. I can also write the extended version with narration cues, B-roll suggestions, and timestamps to make it perfectly timed for a 10-minute faceless YouTube video. It would include visual prompts for coin close-ups, historical imagery, and subtle animations to maximize engagement. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change the course of your financial destiny. A tiny piece of history, forged over 70 years ago, that could be worth more than your wildest dreams. I'm talking about the elusive 1951 no-mint mark wheat penny, a coin so rare that collectors across the nation are willing to pay $888,000 just for the chance to call it theirs. Now, pause for a second. How often do you get an opportunity to turn something you've casually stored in a drawer for decades into life-altering wealth? Most people walk past it, thinking it's just another penny. But what if I told you that this exact coin could be the ticket to financial freedom? That's the kind of power we're about to explore. But first, let's step back in time. 1951 was a year of optimism. America was rebuilding, families were dreaming bigger, and pennies like this were minted without much thought, except a few slipped through with errors. Tiny, almost invisible mistakes on a coin's surface can transform a humble penny into a treasure that collectors fight over relentlessly. And this 1951 no-mint mark penny? It's not just rare. It's iconic. Here's the part that gets most people excited and scared. Excited because finding a coin like this could make you an overnight legend in the world of rare coin collectors. And scared because most of these coins are hidden in plain sight, tucked away in jars, wallets, or forgotten drawers. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you checked under your couch cushions or in that old box labeled stuff? Chances are, the treasure you've been ignoring is staring at you every day. And here's the twist. While you're hesitating, someone else is out there seizing opportunity after opportunity. The market is exploding, and coins like the 1951 no-mint mark are not just valuable. They are highly sought after, a true symbol of prestige in the numismatic world. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't it just a penny? But here's the beauty of errors in coinage. They turn ordinary into extraordinary. That tiny misstep by the mint workers decades ago? It's your golden ticket today. Collectors can spot it from a mile away, and they will pay handsomely. And let's be honest, if a coin could be worth $888,000 today, wouldn't you want to know if you already own it? Picture it. A casual weekend cleaning session suddenly becomes a hunt for millions in your own home. This isn't a dream. It's reality for anyone who understands the rare coin market. And here's a little pattern interrupt for you. Imagine explaining to your friends that the penny they laughed at could be more valuable than a luxury car. Their jaws would drop. So what do you do next? First, recognize the opportunity. Examine every 1951 penny in your possession. Look for that no-mint mark, study its surface, and consider consulting a certified coin grader. The stakes are high and the rewards are even higher. Because in a world where rare coins are prized like art, this 1951 penny is a crown jewel. The market doesn't wait. The value of rare coins like this is surging every year, and those who hesitate are left watching others make fortunes. Owning one of these coins doesn't just mean wealth. It's about legacy, status, and the thrill of discovering something most people will never see. And here's the most exciting part. If you have this penny, you're holding a piece of history that collectors will fight over relentlessly. Your simple, forgotten coin could transform into a story of triumph, luxury, and financial success. Remember, opportunities like this don't knock twice. This is more than just a coin. It's a key to a wealthy, sophisticated lifestyle you've always envisioned. So, take action. Look carefully, treasure what you find, and prepare yourself to enter a world where a humble penny becomes the centerpiece of exceptional fortune. Because the 1951 no-mint mark wheat penny isn't just rare, it's legendary. And legends, my friend, never go unnoticed. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life forever. A coin so rare, so sought after, that collectors would pay over $835,000 just to call it theirs. Sounds like a dream? Well, for a very few, this is reality, and it starts with something as humble as a 1952 wheat penny. Yes, a single penny, but not just any penny. A coin with an extraordinary error. A coin that whispers secrets of history, scarcity, and fortune. Today, we're diving into the world of this elusive treasure, why it's causing collectors to scramble, and how it could be sitting quietly in someone's drawer, waiting to be discovered. And if you've ever found an old coin in your pocket change, You might just want to hold on to it a little tighter tonight. Let's step back to 1952. Post-war America was booming. People were building lives, dreams, and futures. And in the mints of San Francisco, something unusual happened. A wheat penny, a 1952s, was struck with an error so rare that the numismatic world would whisper about it for decades. These pennies were mass-produced, millions in circulation, yet only a microscopic fraction survived with this peculiar flaw. Now, here's where it gets exciting. Errors in coins are like nature's lottery tickets. Most are trivial, barely worth a glance. But some, like our 1952s wheat penny, are almost mythical. They represent scarcity, history, and a chance at life-changing wealth. And let's be honest, who doesn't secretly dream of discovering a coin worth nearly $1 million tucked away in a dusty jar? But before you start checking your couch cushions, remember, this isn't just about luck. Understanding the coin, recognizing its markers, knowing what to look for. That is where the power lies. Here's the truth. Owning a 1952s wheat penny error isn't just a hobby. It's a high-stakes game. Collectors across the United States are competing fiercely, and every year the price climbs. From auctions to private sales, there's a sense of urgency, almost a panic. Missed opportunities now could mean a lifetime of regret, because unlike stocks or real estate, there's no printing more of this coin. It's finite. Every lost penny is a lost fortune. Picture this. A collector at a quiet estate sale spots an old coin jar. Among the dimes and nickels, there it is, a 1952s wheat penny error. His heart races. The room fades. He knows the current market value, $835,000. In that instant, he isn't just a collector. He's holding decades of history and potential wealth in the palm of his hand. And here's a fun thought. Imagine telling your friends you found a penny worth more than a house in some areas. Hey, want to see my spare change? Suddenly, your casual coin collection is the envy of everyone. The stakes are high because this coin doesn't just represent money. It represents legacy, prestige, and opportunity. It's in demand, scarce, and every serious collector knows its significance. The 1952s wheat penny error isn't just a coin. It's a golden ticket to the world of elite numismatics. Now, here's the inspiring truth. This treasure doesn't need to be in a museum to matter. Could be in your possession or in your neighbor's attic. And understanding its value, recognizing its rarity, and taking swift action could change your life. Collectors aren't just buying coins. They're buying history, prestige, and financial freedom. If you own rare coins or have any doubts about your collection, this is the moment to act. The market for the 1952s wheat penny error is hotter than ever, and the competition is fierce. What might seem like a simple, old penny could, in fact, be your key to financial triumph and an extraordinary story to tell. Remember, wealth isn't just about making money. It's about recognizing opportunity when it appears. And in the numismatic world, few opportunities shine brighter than a 1952s wheat penny error. So, take a closer look at your collection, treasure every coin, and imagine. Just imagine holding a fortune in your hand that started as a humble penny. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, seemingly ordinary, yet carrying the potential to change your life forever. One small copper disc, worn by time, forgotten in a dusty drawer, could be worth over $762,000 today. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't a fantasy or a gimmick. It's the astonishing reality of the 1952 no mint mark 1 cent wheat penny error. Many of us pass by coins every day without realizing that we may be holding treasures that could rival fortunes. And here's the question. Could that old penny in your jar or on your dresser be the ticket to wealth you never imagined? Now, before you rush to check your coin collection, let's take a moment. What makes this penny so extraordinary isn't just its age. It's the rarity, the error, and the story behind its creation. These coins were minted at a time when the world was recovering from the trials of war. The United States was rebuilding, but the mint presses still made mistakes, and those mistakes are today's goldmine. The 1952 wheat penny without a mint mark comes from a period when coins were struck primarily in Philadelphia. Unlike other pennies, which bear mint marks signaling their origin, This coin's absence of a mark makes it a silent witness to a moment in history, a flaw that has now become a feature worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Collectors and investors alike are drawn to these anomalies because they are incredibly rare. In fact, fewer than a handful are known to exist in pristine condition. Imagine the excitement of discovering this coin in your change jar or tucked away in an old box. Your heart races, your palms sweat, because you know instinctively that this isn't just a coin. It's a key to a potential fortune. And here's the kicker. These coins are in extremely high demand, not just by collectors, but by savvy investors who understand the rarity and the wealth potential. Missed opportunities haunt us forever, and the fear of letting this slip away is real. Let me pause for a moment. Did you know that many people overlook coins in circulation, thinking they're worthless? It's like walking past a diamond in the street because you didn't recognize it. A little humor to reset your mind. You wouldn't leave a winning lottery ticket on a counter, right? So why leave a $762,000 penny hiding in a dusty jar? Now, here's where it gets truly exciting. If you're holding a 1952 no-mint mark wheat penny, or if you suspect you might have one, every second counts. The market for these coins is booming, and serious collectors are prepared to pay top dollar. Unlike common coins, this rare penny isn't just a collectible. It's an investment in your future. Imagine transforming a small, overlooked piece of metal into a life-changing sum of money. That's the power of rarity, history, and timing. But this isn't just about money. It's about recognizing opportunity when it appears. It's about taking action, about understanding that the past has a way of rewarding those who pay attention. By connecting the historical significance of this coin to its modern-day value, we see a story of wealth, foresight, and the thrill of discovery. So here's the question to leave with you. Could your next jar of pennies be a gateway to unimaginable fortune? Could a coin you've had for decades suddenly become your ticket to a life of luxury, freedom, and financial empowerment? The 1952 no-mint mark wheat penny isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of opportunity waiting to be claimed. And remember, in the world of rare coins, the early discoverer always benefits most. Don't let history and wealth pass you by. Imagine holding in your hand a coin so rare, so extraordinary, that it could change your life forever. Not just any coin. A 1953 D-Mint Mark 1 cent wheat penny, one of the most sought-after errors in U.S. coin history. While most pennies are worth just a few cents, this hidden gem has a current market value that can reach a staggering $777,000. Yes, you heard that right. Over $750,000, tucked quietly in a small piece of copper. Now, you might be thinking, surely that's an exaggeration. But the truth is, these coins are incredibly rare, and collectors are willing to pay life-changing sums to get their hands on one. The question is, could you be sitting on one without even knowing it? And if so, what would it mean for your financial future? Let me guide you through a story of discovery, opportunity, and the thrill of turning a forgotten penny into unimaginable wealth. The 1953 D-Wheat penny may look ordinary at first glance, but every detail tells a story. During the minting process, a rare error occurred, an anomaly that makes these coins instantly recognizable to the trained eye. Unlike your everyday penny found in the couch cushions, this coin carries a historical fingerprint of the U.S. Mint, a secret marker of scarcity that drives collectors into a frenzy. Picture the scene. You pull out an old jar of pennies your grandparents left behind. A shiver runs down your spine as you spot the D-Mint mark, tiny but unmistakable, signaling Denver, 1953. Could it be? Your pulse quickens because you know, if this is authentic, this humble coin could unlock a treasure trove worth nearly $777,000. Let's pause here for a moment. Imagine your friends asking why you're suddenly so excited over a single penny, and you reply, "It's not just a penny. It's a golden ticket to a new chapter of life." Funny, right? But this is where the thrill of coin collecting meets reality. This isn't just nostalgia or hobbyist excitement. This is high-stakes wealth, waiting quietly in attics, drawers, and old coin collections across the country. And every moment you hesitate, someone else could be snatching up your potential fortune. So, what does this mean for you? First, it's about awareness. Start checking old coins meticulously. Look for that 1953 D mint mark. Examine the details, and if you spot any unusual wear or anomalies, investigate further. Every detail could be the difference between a penny worth a few cents and a six-figure fortune. But here's the most powerful part. Demand for these coins is at an all-time high. Serious collectors, investors, and rare coin enthusiasts are actively seeking 1953 D wheat penny errors. This isn't a market that fluctuates whimsically. It's a high-value niche with buyers ready to act quickly. Every second you wait is a missed opportunity, and that sense of urgency is what separates those who dream from those who act. Now, imagine the moment of selling. Your once overlooked penny turning into hundreds of thousands of dollars. Enough to live the lifestyle you've always dreamed of, secure your family's future, or invest in new ventures. And the best part? It all starts with awareness and action. That small jar of coins could hold your next life-changing discovery, so here's the takeaway. Don't underestimate the power of a single penny. History, rarity, and timing converge in the 1953 D mint mark wheat penny. The next step is in your hands, literally. Examine, authenticate, and prepare to unlock what could be the most exciting financial chapter of your life. The opportunity is rare, the reward is immense, and the moment is now. And just for fun, imagine telling someone you made nearly $800,000 from a coin smaller than a bottle cap. They'd probably ask if you found it under a sofa cushion or in a time machine. But you'll know the truth. It was waiting for someone savvy enough to see its value. Imagine holding a single coin in your hand, one that most people pass by without a second glance. Now imagine that coin could change your life forever. Today, we're diving into one of the rarest and most coveted treasures in American numismatics. The 1955 D mint mark 1-cent wheat penny, a coin so rare, so powerful, that its current market value sits at a staggering $698,000. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly $700,000 for a small piece of copper, barely larger than a quarter of your imagination. But here's the kicker. This is not just a story about money. It's about discovery, timing, and the thrill of holding history in the palm of your hand. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ray, a penny? Seriously? Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever looked at something ordinary and realized it could be extraordinary? That's exactly the kind of mind that finds coins like this. And for those of you who dream of wealth beyond the ordinary, this is your invitation into a world where attention to detail pays off in unimaginable ways. The 1955 D wheat penny is not just rare, it's a marvel of minting history. Only a small number exist in pristine condition, and each one carries a story etched in copper. The D mint mark, representing the Denver Mint, is subtle, almost easy to overlook. Yet its presence transforms a simple coin into a vault of wealth. Coin collectors and investors alike understand the psychology behind rarity. Scarcity drives desire, and desire drives value. Here's a little numismatic secret. Errors, misstrikes, and anomalies are the golden tickets of coin collecting. A misaligned strike or double die could mean the difference between a coin worth 10 cents and a coin worth nearly $700,000. And the 1955 D wheat penny embodies exactly that perfect storm. But let's pause for a moment. Have you ever wondered if the penny jingling in your pocket could secretly be your ticket to fortune? It sounds unbelievable. Yet every single day, ordinary people stumble upon extraordinary wealth without ever realizing it. Imagine if that were you. Pattern interrupt. Let me break the seriousness for a second. No, this isn't monopoly money. And no, your couch cushions won't suddenly rain golden pennies. Unless, of course, you're one of the lucky few who knows what to look for. And that's the beauty of coins like the 1955 D. They demand knowledge, patience, and a sharp eye, qualities that distinguish the wealthy from the merely comfortable. So why is this coin worth $698,000 today? It's a combination of rarity, condition, and relentless demand. Serious collectors, museums, and private investors all compete for coins like these, knowing that the right find doesn't just sit on a shelf. It appreciates over time, sometimes exponentially. Owning a 1955 D wheat penny is not just an investment. It's a statement, a declaration that you recognize and capture value where others see only the ordinary. But here's the most important part. Timing matters. The market for rare coins is hot, and opportunities like this don't linger. The difference between acting now and hesitating could be hundreds of thousands of dollars slipping through your fingers. That's why every coin you own, every jar of pennies, every dusty drawer could hold the next life-changing discovery. The key is vigilance, curiosity, and a willingness to explore the overlooked corners of history. And the end. The 1955 D Mint Mark 1 cent wheat penny isn't just copper and metal. It's potential, it's legacy. It's the thrill of wealth waiting to be claimed. And for those who dare to dream, it's a reminder that fortune favors the prepared, the patient, and the persistent. So the next time you hold a coin in your hand, ask yourself, could this ordinary object be extraordinary? Could it be your gateway to a lifestyle most only imagine? Imagine holding a coin in your hand, one so ordinary to the untrained eye, yet to the savvy collector, it could unlock a fortune that most people only dream about. Today, we're diving into the world of a single, extraordinary coin. The 1957 D wheat penny with a mint mark error. A coin currently valued at a staggering $666,000. Yes, you heard that right. $666,000 for a piece of copper barely the size of a quarter. And if you've ever thought, maybe I have some old coins lying around, this could be your moment. But here's the twist. Most people overlook this coin entirely. They see it as a simple 1957 penny, blissfully unaware that right under their noses, there could be a ticket to unimaginable wealth. So, what makes this penny so special, and why is the market paying nearly $700,000 for it? Buckle up, because by the end of this video, you might be inspecting every old coin in your collection like a treasure hunter in a jungle full of gold. And yes, we'll sprinkle in a few surprises along the way, because let's face it, who doesn't like a coin story with a little drama and a hint of danger? Let's start with the coin itself. The 1957 D wheat penny is already part of a legendary series, known for its classic wheat ears design on the reverse, a symbol of America's post-war optimism and growth. But the version we're focusing on today has a mint mark error. Normally, a D from the Denver Mint sits neatly below the date. In rare cases, that D might be doubled, off-center, or mistruck. And that, my friends, is what transforms an everyday penny into a collector's holy grail. Now, here's where the market excitement comes in. Coins like this aren't just valuable because they're rare, they're valuable because they tell a story, a history, a secret that most people will never understand. And collectors are willing to pay top dollar for that story. Just imagine someone sitting across the table from you, handing over $666,000 for a coin you might have casually forgotten in a drawer. That's not just money. It's a life-changing moment. And yes, you might be thinking, who actually has that kind of money for a penny? Believe me, the answer is a surprising number of passionate collectors, investors, and even museums. But here's a question. What's stopping you from turning your forgotten coins into a windfall? Maybe you're thinking it's too complicated or that errors like this are impossible to find. Here's the reality. Most of these coins are hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone with the knowledge and the courage to claim them. And yes, the excitement of that discovery is like finding a secret map that leads straight to buried treasure. So, what does this mean for you today? The coin market is hotter than ever, and rare errors like the 1957 D wheat penny are in extremely high demand. Auctions are seeing fierce bidding wars, and collectors are constantly on the hunt for coins that tell a story no one else has. Owning or discovering one of these coins isn't just about money. It's about stepping into a world where history, passion, and wealth collide. Here's the urgency. These coins won't wait. Every day, someone else is finding that treasure, selling it for hundreds of thousands, and writing the next chapter in their financial story. And here's the exciting part, you could be next. Take a close look at your collection, those old jars of coins in the attic, even loose change at the bottom of your drawer. One small misstrike, one tiny detail could be the key to a fortune. And remember, it's not just the money, it's the thrill. The rush of discovering something others overlook, the authority you gain in the collector community, and the legacy of turning ordinary coins into extraordinary opportunities. That's what makes the 1957 D wheat penny so magnetic. It's more than copper. It's potential, history, and the power to change your financial story forever. So here's the final thought. Don't let a $666,000 opportunity slip through your fingers. Examine, research, and uncover the hidden treasures around you. Who knows? The coin that's been hiding in plain sight could be your golden ticket to the life you've always imagined. Wealthy, fulfilled, and in control of your destiny. Imagine holding in your hand a piece of history so rare, so astonishing, that it could instantly transform your financial future. A coin that, in the blink of an eye, could be worth nearly $1 million. Yes, I'm talking about the 1957 no-mint mark wheat penny, one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in the United States. If you've ever wondered whether your old pennies could be hiding a fortune, stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal might change everything you thought you knew about coin collecting. Now, I know what you're thinking, a penny? Really? But let me stop you right there. This isn't just any penny. This is a coin so rare, so historically significant, that collectors and investors across the nation are willing to pay astronomical prices for it. And here's the kicker, it wasn't a mistake anyone expected until it was found. Before we dive in, a quick question for you. Have you ever checked your old coins and wondered, could one of these be worth a fortune? If you haven't, it's time to start looking, because opportunities like this don't come twice. To truly understand why the 1957 no-mint mark wheat penny is so valuable, we need to step back to the post-war era of American coinage. 1957 was a year of subtle perfection in minting, so much so that the United States Mint prided itself on consistency. Every penny, every coin, was supposed to carry a mark showing exactly where it was made. Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But then, in the quiet corners of history, a handful of pennies emerged without that mint mark. Why does that matter? Because rarity equals value. The absence of a mint mark on a 1957 penny is a minting anomaly, a deviation that collectors call an error coin. And not just any error coin. This one is considered one of the crown jewels of American numismatics. Imagine a small copper coin, seemingly ordinary, holding the power to grant its owner nearly $986,000 in today's market. That's not just money, it's freedom, opportunity, and a doorway to a wealthy lifestyle many only dream of. And here's something most people overlook. These pennies weren't made to be rare. The mint didn't intend for them to become million-dollar treasures. Which means if you've been holding on to old coins, even from 1957, you might unknowingly be sitting on a life-changing piece of history. So the real question is, how many of these pennies exist? Very few. In fact, the market is so hungry for them that collectors are fiercely competing, sometimes paying seven-figure sums just to secure one. That urgency alone can make a seasoned collector's heart race. And if you've ever hesitated to sell, you might want to rethink your timing. Now, let's pause for a moment. Did you know that some people literally find these coins in their own pockets, jars, or old collections? Yes, the next million-dollar discovery could be sitting in your drawer. Crazy, right? Almost like winning the lottery without buying a ticket. Here's where things get real. Every day you wait, every day you leave these coins tucked away in a forgotten box. The market moves, prices rise, the competition gets fiercer, and someone else might be holding the coin that could have been yours. That's the reality of rare coins. They are fleeting, high-demand treasures that reward the bold. But there's good news. You don't need to be a professional numismatist to benefit. If you've discovered a 1957 no-mint mark wheat penny, or even suspect you might have one, the time to act is now. Get it authenticated, understand its condition, and connect with reputable buyers who understand the true value of this extraordinary piece. Missing this window could mean leaving hundreds of thousands, or even nearly $1 million on the table. And honestly, who wants that? Imagine the life you could lead with nearly $1 million from a coin you didn't even know was worth anything. Luxury, freedom, financial security, it's no longer a dream. That opportunity is literally in your hands. So, here's the takeaway. Every old coin has a story. Some are worth a few cents, others a few dollars. But the 1957 no-mint mark wheat penny? It's a story of fortune, rarity, and destiny. And the next chapter could belong to you. Now, I have to ask, are you ready to check your collection? Because the moment you do, you could be holding a treasure that changes everything. Don't let history and fortune pass you by.